Good morning students, welcome to online classes. In today's class we are going to discuss factors influencing financial decisions. So before going to discuss factors influencing on the financial decisions, in the previous class we studied the problematic aspect on NPV calculation under single as well as a series method. Okay, so whatever I had given different types of homework as well as whatever I teached in the previous class, just to go through that. If you have any difficulties in the NPV calculations, you can text me. I will be justified. Even though at the time of offline classes, I will be repeat and I will be solved many more different types of problems on NPV calculation. Let us start on today class. Factors influencing financial decision. It may be internal or externals. Dear students, before going to taking any financial decisions, manager has to consider various factors. Which means what I'm going to telling you, before going to taking any financial decision, the financial manager has to consider various factors. That factor may be internal factors or maybe external factors. Okay, that may be internal factors or external factors. Why? Because the factors are very important at the time of taking the financial decisions. Okay, let us we have to discuss the different types of internal factors as well as external factors. So in today class I'm especially I'm going to focus internal factors. In the next class I would like to teach the external factors. Okay, we'll start with basically the two types of factors. One is internal and the other one is external factors. So nearly the 8 to 9 internal factors and nearly 8 factors are what are external factors. So today we'll deal only internal factors. Those are objective of business, nature and size of the business, desire to retain control, financial planning, micro environment, management policy, inventory policy, credit policies, and etc. Internal organizations, capital structures. These are the different the factors, uh, internal factors. So these internally influencing on the financial man. It means the theme is what? Before going to taking any financial decision, before going to taking any decision in the business, the financial manager has to focus these two factors, internal as well as external. Okay, so let us start with the first one, the objective of business. So dear student, objective of business is one of the internal factors. Every business they have to be uh, they have own objectives. Before going to existence of their business, they have a particular objective. The objective, it may be profit maximization or it may be wealth maximization. Basically, every business have a economic entity. Business means what? Is an economic activity to earn the profit. The main intention of the business is what? um, Profit maximization. And it means according to the objective of business, the financial manager has to focus regarding the objective. What is the objective of business? The objective of business is wealth maximization or profit maximization. They have to be clearly defined. So next, second one, the nature and size of the business. So according to the nature and size of the business, every business they are going to define their nature. Nature means what type of they are going to production, what they are going to producing the goods and services. Why? Because sometimes some businesses are at a seasonal basis. Okay, some businesses are at a continuous production. So that the nature of business is very important. For example, we are going to taking the sugar industry. The sugar industry is at a seasonal basis, and the sugar industries are required more capital, and the size of the business is very large also, and it's require the more financial decisions we have to be taken. Okay, so because of that, the nature and size of the business also is one of the internal factors. At the time of taking the financial decision, the financial manager has to focus regarding nature and size of the business also. Why? Because what nature of business is there, what type of capital is to be required, and how we are going to collecting it, and how we are going to utilizing it. So this type of decision it has to be taken regarding nature and size of the business. Next, desire to control. So desire to retain control, it means what? Every business and every financial manager, they are going to retain their business shareholders in the business. If the firm wants to retain control in the hands of few equity shareholders, then it has to go for the preference share. Whenever the business want to retain their equity shareholders in the business, they have to go through what a preference shareholders. and they have to be properly giving dividend to shareholders. When you are going to giving the proper the dividend to shareholders, then the shareholders will be retained in the business. So this is also one of the factors. My point is what, if you take it any decision regarding business activities, the object is also very important. What type of business is there and what is business intention, according to that we are going to take the decision. If it is profit maximization, as per that profit maximization we have to be take the decision. If it is wealth maximization, according to the wealth we have to take the decision. Okay, if the nature and size of the business, what type of product, what type of nature of business is there, and what of capital is required, according to that we are going to taking, and like that desire to retain and control. The next is what, a financial planning. Every firm has got its own financial plan. It consists the total amount of funds need sources to be tapped to obtain the funds, the pattern of investment, building reserve, and distribution of dividend, etc. Dear student, the financial planning is one of the internal factors. Before going to taking the decision, manager has to focus on also, because the financial plan, it has a own the decision own factor, and it consists the financial plan means what it involved. The financial plan, it means what type of fund is required, and where we have to be collected, and where we have to invested, and what type of pattern of investment, whether it is short term or long term, regarding that we have to be focus it. So that is what a financial plan. We'll move to the next one, fifth one, that is micro environment. See, micro environment means what? It is very small amount of as we know already, we are studied in the business environment micro and macro factors. So micro environmental factors also impact on the business, such as what are the factors, such it may be customer, it may be competitor, supplier, employees, firm owned resources, etc. These are micro environmental factors. These are also bearing upon the financial at the time of taking the financial decision. These supplier, customer, competitor, and employees are impacting. For example, we are going to take the customer. Whenever we are going to launching the product, if a financial manager want to introduce a new product, then customer is one of the very important the micro factors. Customer have a different taste. Customers needs, wants, and demands are different. According to the customers needs and wants and demands, we have to produce the goods and services. So because the micro environmental factors are also very important at the time of a decision in the business. Means I think you are getting what I am going to telling you. Whenever we are taking the decisions in the business, financial manager, he has to focus these all the things. He has to study these all the things properly. When he study the all the things properly, then he can take the proper decision. He can take the best decision for the development of the business. Okay, next is what, that is management policies. See, every management, they have to take the proper policies and proper decisions regarding the development of the business. And according to the management policy, they are going to implementing the different policies for the development of the business. For example, marketing policies, inventory policies, credit policies, purchase policies, and production policies. And these all the policies are guiding why management has to implementing these policies, because these policies are giving a proper guidelines for the manager to take a proper decision. For example, we have to take it a marketing policy. According to the marketing policy, manager has to take a proper the decision for the development of the product in the market and introducing product into the market. These are the terms and conditions given by marketing policy, but these policies are implemented by the management policy. Whenever a manager when a manager is going to take the decision, he has to study all the policies which are developed by management. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class external factors. Thank you.